Hey, Courier Girl here. Let's talk about different vehicles for different jobs because I get messages sometimes or emails and people say, "Hey, I've got this little subcompact car. Can I be a courier?" Or "I've got this vehicle. Can I be a courier? Do I need to buy a van in order to be a courier?" And so I just wanted to talk about that. So, different vehicles are suited to different jobs. If you were doing a lab specimen route for a medical courier company, then you might be able to do it in a little teeny car. I have a Kia Rio, which is a small car, and I did it for 2 months in that car, and I can do it today in that car if I wanted to. Because when you're doing medical, like lab specimens, usually, not always, but usually it will fit. You could put a couple coolers into your trunk or the back seat of your car and another box or tote for all of the stuff that's room temperature, and it will all fit into your car. And if you, especially if you have a really fuel efficient vehicle, that's the best way to do it, is in your car. I've done mail routes in my car where I was picking up and delivering mail, and it was plenty to fit in my car. I did a supply route in my car for a while, but really I should have had an SUV or even a van for that because it was tight, and that route has grown to the point where it's taken a full-size van now, so I couldn't do it. Other routes need a SUV or a van like mine. I have, a minivan that's a cargo van because it's too much to fit into a car, but it's not enough for a full size van. And other routes really do need a full size van. So you have to look at it like, not like what kind of vehicle do I need to be a courier, but different jobs have different vehicles that work for them, if that makes sense. So there's one guy that I know, I see him every morning on my one route, and he drives a little Kia hatchback. And then after he's done with his morning job, he goes home and he gets his van, and somebody just walked by, sorry. He gets his van and he does another route that requires a van. So he's getting the fuel efficiency of the small car in the morning, and vans, they're not as fuel efficient. So he's driving that when he's got a bigger load, which brings me to another subject, and that is that van routes often pay more because vans are more expensive to run. They don't get as good of gas mileage, the maintenance is more expensive, just all sorts of different things. So a lot of times, and you're carrying heavier loads, it's more work, all that kind of stuff. So if you are doing a route or deliveries that require a van, you should get paid more than somebody who is just doing a route that a small car can handle. So they call these sedan routes or car routes or auto routes versus van routes or truck routes. Now, SUV is kind of like in the middle. So it really depends on what you're doing more than the size of the vehicle in that case. You might get paid a van route um, rate if you are really loading that SUV up and you're doing what would almost fit into a van. You may be getting paid a car route rate if you're just doing something that requires a few envelopes or a couple boxes or stuff that you could easily do in a car. So always keep that in mind, that there are different vehicles for different jobs. There is no one perfect courier vehicle. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't it be cool if you had like a button on your car? You have a little teeny car and you have a button and it can like pop out into a van if you need it. That would be cool. That's like Jetson stuff. So, what else do I want to say about this? For me, one of the biggest things is fuel efficiency. No matter what I'm driving, I want it to be the most fuel efficient for the vehicle that I have. That's why I love this little minivan, because it gets like 30 miles to the gallon, which is equivalent to many small cars, unless you're going with like the hybrids and stuff like that, or the electric cars. Um, and I keep it well maintained, so it's going to last a long time and it continues to get that good mileage. And what else? I think that's it. Yeah, so right vehicle for the job. Understand that vans are probably going to pay more if it's a dedicated van route versus a little car route. And you can't like take your van on a car route and expect them to pay you extra because they're going to pay for what the route is, not what vehicle you're driving. All right, so that's it for now. I've got to go. I've got stuff to deliver, and I will see you on the road.